Hey everybody, Robin Gerlach here with
Reed Puser.
We're with Remax Alliance and the Roots Home Sales team, local realtors here, and we are going to talk to you today about the local state of the market, what's happening here in the real estate market in Denver metro area in 2019. So if you already received the 5280 magazine from us, you may have read the real estate article that came out last month. If not, let us know. We can get you that 5280 issue. But anyways, the article focused on their crystal ball predictions of what is going to be happening. So they gave 11 predictions of what's going to be happening here in the real estate market. So Reed, want to talk to you a little bit about that. And prediction one is saying that the market will slow just a little this year. So what do you think about that prediction?
Yeah, so I think that a lot of people are so used to our market just going like gangbusters over the last 5-6 years that when we do have a change, sometimes people don't know that change has existed and they think it's the same as it was, or sometimes that change has been exacerbated or made bigger than it really is. So we are seeing a little bit of a slowdown in the market. We're seeing a slowdown in terms of how long it takes a place to go under contract. That's also referred to as days on market. And we're also seeing, a tad bit of a slowdown in the total amount of sales that we're seeing go through. However, we did see a bit of a jump in April. And so when I look at the stats from April 2018 to April 2019, we're actually 1.2% up in terms of total number of sales. I think that's a little bit of an aberration. I would expect that as we continue the year to see more inventory, longer days on market, but less overall deals happening in the marketplace.
Awesome. All right. And so the next prediction that we have here is that millennials and baby boomers will be flooding the market and in some cases be competing against each other on offers on the homes. So what do you think about that?
Well, I think that there's a lot of pressure in the marketplace for those homes that do appeal to both the millennials as well as the baby boomers. As we know, those are the two largest demographic groups that we have here in our country. And it just so happens that it coincides with a lot of millennials looking to or a lot of baby boomers looking to downsize and millennials looking to get in their first homes or, whatever that might be. And in fact, it's pretty cool that 5280 had actually called out some of the, desired traits of a home that both millennials and baby boomers are looking for. And when I look at that, walkability, luxury finishes, low maintenance yards, proximity to green spaces, as well as nearby coffee shops and eateries, that kind of thing. So that's kind of the criteria that they say has a big crossover between millennials and baby boomers. We do see a whole lot of that. Long story short, put yourself in the best position to win that perfect house for you by calling us.
Awesome. So one of the other predictions we want to talk about, we chose 4 of them here, but those looking to buy a new build home, which we did a video recently on buying a new build home. You better watch that one.
Check it out.
Yeah, so you'll have to be extra conscious and attentive to the quality issues on those homes. So what do you say about that, Reed?
Well, I think that this is something you and I have seen quite a bit, touring new builds, representing clients who are buying new builds. What you got to realize is there's a lot of pressure on the contractors right now and the construction world. A lot of large builders, they are production builders. They have lots of different subcontractors going in and out of the homes, doing the work, that kind of thing. And what we've really noticed is it makes a whole lot of sense to have a keen eye for detail as your project comes along. Hire a realtor to represent you, as you learned from that last video if you watched it. The representatives that you walk in and see at the home build station, essentially, they're working for the builder. They're not working for you. You won't be getting a better deal with them because you don't have an agent. They actually have this worked into their commission and their financial plan already. And if you get us in there, we're going to be able to share our knowledge, share our experience of what we've done in the past, and help you to strategically look for some of these quality control things that we're talking about.
All right, cool. Thanks, Reed. And the last prediction we're going to talk about is essentially that the first-time home shoppers are going to start learning to love Denver's increasingly urban suburbs.
Yeah, totally. So I must say this one hits near to my heart because I love the historical parts of towns. I love the old buildings, the brick buildings. I love being able to walk to coffee shops and restaurants, light rail if possible, those kinds of things. And so we work out of the Old Town Arvada office, and this is one of those kind of havens that they're talking about right here. That, as well as downtown Littleton, is another one. Of course, everybody knows about the Highland area and Tennyson and such. But what they're talking about is there's so much pressure on price in the Denver proper area that we've seen a whole lot of people starting to relocate to places like downtown Littleton and Old Town Arvada, and being somewhat urban, but also in the middle of the suburbs, easy access to places, good access to the light rail, those kinds of things. And really you can get that Highlands or Tennyson type of vibe-ish even if you want to go out a little bit further to like Old Town or Littleton.
Awesome. Cool. Can I throw a bonus in there? Because this one is pretty interesting here. Prediction 10.
I know, right? I wanted to talk about that one as well.
I'm curious what you think, and we don't have a board made for it, but prediction 10 in this article says artificial intelligence, AI, will replace both the MLS and human real estate agents. Ooh. So, how do we feel about that? What do you think about it?
I don't know. I feel, one thing I think is, why have we not made a movie about this yet? The artificial intelligence real estate bot that takes control over the system and locks all the houses, for example, and won't let anybody in them or something. I don't know. No, but really, technology is a big part of our life. I would say overall the real estate industry is a little bit behind on technology. So we're seeing a whole lot of investment coming from Wall Street backing all of these AI companies, iBuyers. Everybody's got the next great tech. I think that there's a great place for technology. I think that if it's built out correctly, that maybe they can make the process go fairly smooth. But I don't think that technology can account for a lot of the things that we just encounter on a day-to-day basis with transactions, because there's unknowns in human behavior, how somebody's going to respond to some message you're passing to them, how they're going to respond to that contract. And I think the biggest place where it shows up is, sure, if you have some brokerage that's going to list your home and you don't have to allow any showings and you get under contract for a great price, it sounds pretty good, but we still have to go through the inspection negotiation process. And that's really where the rubber meets the road. Undoubtedly, things are going to be found that are wrong with your house. Inspectors need job security too, and a lot of times they're doing a great job finding things. When that happens, how are those companies going to be able to help you as a seller retain the value that you got in that initial offer and not give it away on inspection? So those are a couple of things that I thought about immediately with that, and I think there's some things that about a human and human interaction that AI can't replace.
Yeah, and real estate, really has always been a human interaction business, being able to trust somebody, an advisor, that can really give you that advice going through the contract. So yeah. I see that too. It's going to be interesting to see, but I think our value is still there. So
at the end of the day, I always like to go back to this really good quote from Lou Holtz, famous football coach at University of Notre Dame, and that is, really people are looking for three things, and those three things are, do you care about me? Can I trust you? And are you good at what you do? And we try to stay good at all of those things and cover our bases, of course. And, that's the value proposition that we bring to you guys. So please comment on your thoughts about this article in 5280 about these 11 predictions for 2019. If you have questions for us about how to be strategic about this year, if you're thinking about a real estate move, please give us a call. You can comment on this. A lot of you guys have our contact anyway. We'll definitely get back in touch with you. And, until next time, stay friendly, Denver.